You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
The NFL season opener between the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles was already billed as a heavyweight clash. But what unfolded early in the game wasn't just about touchdowns and defensive stands, it was about spit. Yes, spit. As Dallas quarterback Dak Prescott stood on the sideline, he was simply doing what he always does during games: spitting on the field, as many players do out of habit. But when Eagles star defensive tackle Jalen Carter thought that spit was directed at him, things quickly escalated. Carter asked Prescott if he had just spit on him, and when Prescott denied it with some heated words, Carter responded by spitting directly on the quarterback. That moment set the tone for the night. Prescott later explained that he was stunned, calling the act childish. The referees seemed to agree. In a season where the NFL has vowed to crack down on unsportsmanlike conduct, Carter was ejected for what officials described as a non-football act. It was a shocking way for one of the Eagles' biggest defensive weapons to exit a game that had barely started. Despite the early drama, the Eagles held steady. They leaned heavily on their ground game, racking up 3 rushing touchdowns in the first half. Even with Carter gone, Philadelphia managed to grind out a 24-20 victory over their NFC East rivals. The Cowboys showed flashes of potential, especially in the first half, but their offense went completely cold in the second half, getting shut out when it mattered most. The Cowboys had opportunities to turn things around. A fumble deep in Eagles territory, dropped passes by CeeDee Lamb, and a late-game drive that stalled all contributed to their downfall. Prescott and his receivers looked out of sync late, and what could have been a statement win slipped away. Still, not everything was negative for Dallas. Their defense, shaky in the first half, tightened up after halftime. They managed to slow Jalen Hurts and the Eagles' rushing attack, allowing just 35 yards after the break. Head coach Brian Schottenheimer pointed out that while there are no moral victories, the team learned plenty and saw areas where growth is possible. As for the Eagles, they got the result they wanted, even if it came with early chaos. Losing Carter to ejection was an unexpected twist, but they proved their depth by finding other ways to pressure Dallas. And as Prescott himself admitted afterward, while he felt bad Carter was thrown out, spitting on another player is something that just can't happen. In the end, the Eagles walked away with a win, the Cowboys left with regrets and lessons, and one of the most talked about storylines of opening night was born not from a touchdown, but from a spit. Stay subscribed for more videos.